A very warm welcome. It is match day 2, Group E, AFC Champions League, as Al Nassr take on FC Istiklol. Cristiano Ronaldo features for the hosts. It's a formidable crowd inside a super stadium, and it is the team from Riyadh, Al Nassr, who lead the way. One victory on the opening day. As for their opponents, they were held to a goalless draw by Al Duhail. Our temperature, our setting, and we are minutes away from the teams making their way out. Changes in playing personnel for the Riyadh-based side, Al Nassr. FC Istiklol provide the opposition. Their coach Igor Sharapchenko. Well, the side from Tajikistan have been so successful on a domestic front. What can they do in the AFC Champions League? And the same goes for their opponents. Al Nassr never won this competition. Recent years, semi-finalists, it's a decent record, and they have a good lot going for them on the domestic front. Not just the King's Cup, but the Pro League, where Ronaldo in particular has been in scintillating form of late. He has scored 10 league goals and he tops the scoring charts, and he leads the line this evening for the side managed by Luis Castro. So we are almost all set to go. Ronaldo, one of the big names. Sadio Mane not featuring for the hosts tonight, but they have such strength in depth that they can welcome back big names, they can rest key players, and today is no exception. Ronaldo, though, will lead the line for the hosts. Their opponents, well, AFC Cup runners-up in 2015 and 2017. It looks to be a tough assignment for them, looking for their first goal, looking for their first victory of the 2023 edition. A goalless draw with Al Duhail on match day 1 for Istiklol. And the form of Ronaldo and his employers of late has been really impressive. They have looked a formidable outfit. Put 2 past Persepolis on the opening day, match day 1. Talisca, another who certainly, the Brazilian, offers a lot in terms of attacking intent. One suspects that he could be a key performer for the home side this evening. The Riyadh-based club on familiar territory, and with that distinct home advantage, preparing to make their way out in just a moment. Istiklol last season went out in the group stage. Can they make it out of this group and into the round of 16? Manager and top performer together, Luis Castro and Cristiano Ronaldo. Really was a disappointing start to the Pro League for Al Nassr. Lost their opening couple of fixtures and then came good and started to show exactly what they are capable of. And when you look at that competition and the King's Cup and the AFC Champions League, which is our concern this evening, so much going for them on so many different fronts as the sides make their way out. Istiklol in those red shirts. Ronaldo leading out Nassr. Well, another brilliant atmosphere. And a fitting setting for a game of particular significance. It is their second match. No Sadio Mane for the hosts, or Otavio, two key figures who miss out. A welcome return for Seko Fofana, and Talisca is back, their Brazilian star, who provides that attacking intent. Our match referee and assistance from the Korea Republic. One team chasing a second straight victory, one looking for a first triumph of this season's AFC Champions League, and it's, well, a very easy decision for Igor Shevchenko, who decides that on the back of that goalless draw with Al Dahel, he'll stick with the same starting 11. The substitutes for Nassr and FC Istiklol, and this AFC Champions League encounter is moments away. Ten league goals for Ronaldo in the Pro League. Tonight, his focus is on Champions League goals against opponents from Tajikistan, who've been so successful down the years. What can they do at this level and in this competition? All set to go, and it is the home side, Nassr, in those yellow jerseys, who will get the opening 45 underway. An early touch for the Brazilian. On the ball now, Talisca carries a considerable goal threat. And there is the man hoping to mastermind some success, Luis Castro. Chance for some early home side pressure. First touch for Fofana to just play it square. Another key player in that back line. Emmerich Laporte, after his hugely successful spell at Manchester City and his big move to the Saudi Pro League. The opening exchanges going the way of the home team. Ronaldo. Fofana has ventured forward. Talisca away on this near side for Nassr, trying to build something in that final third. Cabres on this near side, wearing 3. He continues, look for a flag, but initially doesn't arrive, and then play is brought to a conclusion. And as their assistant coach, Igor Shevchenko, is the person who took over and has managed this club with all his experience in the Russian Premier League down the years, looking for the likes of Kamilov to provide some strike threat for the team from Tajikistan, with maybe a little bit of defending to do. Ronaldo comes deep, but at the moment the possession battle is with the home side, who are dominating, and that's steered away to this near side. Al-Ghanam can try and drill that in. Talisca in support. Sultan Al-Ghanam, a threat down this right flank. Here he is again. Fofana. Nassr on the front foot. Fofana on his first team return. Al-Ghanam has stayed forward. And then Talisca, that they'll give a go. Linking up with Ronaldo. No final reward for a player who scored last time out in their league triumph. The attacking movements is coming from the Riyadh-based club. 2 of their big names. Yatimov retaining his place in goal for Istiklol. At the moment, not seeing too much of the football, the likes of Salim Subai and Kamilov. Subai wearing 12, joined in the summer. Played across a back line that includes the likes of Emmerich Laporte and Ghanam again. Plenty in yellow have moved into opposition territory. Well, the first 5.5 minutes, and in terms of possession, dominating all the early statistics. Ronaldo tries to set them forward one more time. Player allowed to continue. And just runs out of options, runs out of space. Mohamed Qassam El Negli has already scored. On the score sheet in their 2-0 success on match day 1. Here's the corner, swung in, beyond the keeper for Fanas forward. Couldn't get the telling touch. Chance goes to Al Nassr. An obvious threat from set-piece situations and an early opportunity. Yakimov long, being brought down by Sabai, who goes to ground. And the decision goes against him. Tajikistan side looking to quieten the crowd and gain a bit more possession, start to provide some form of attacking options. At the moment they are having to deal with more home pressure. Talisca skips past one, keeps going, there are supporting players, it's another well-worked move and he may come back to Talisca, bundle away under pressure. Well, everyone back in their own half to defend those red shirts are back as the ball is whipped into the area. It'll come right back. Good early possession from Al Nassr, continue to threaten. Talisca inside that area, so is Ronaldo. Didn't come through to Al Nassr's number 7. Fofana picks up the pieces. Al Ghanam with the ball in. Teasing, inviting ball and required the defensive intervention to get across and make sure the home side were denied an opening goal inside 8.5 minutes. They have produced all the pressure. Another decent ball hammered in there. Just decides that the best option, safety from Cedric Kugua. Well, Talisca has certainly been a threat in recent league games among the goals and in the side tonight and making his presence felt. Slight concern for the hold-up in play. So Cedric Kugua to go across and just get there first to a really dangerous cross. And the player's still down. It looks very much as if we are to have an enforced change with the game less than 10 minutes old on the stretch, and at the moment looking doubtful that he's going to be able to continue. Well, a defender who has plied his trade in Serbia and Russia, who joined in 2023, is off the pitch as danger again from another ball that causes all sorts of problems for the Istiklol defence. Well, they've survived 10.5 minutes of sustained pressure. And we wait to see if the centre-back returns to the fray. At the moment, seeing so little of the ball, Zhalilov just runs into trouble. There's something going in that midfield area with the likes of Draganovic. Will continue for the moment at least. Can they create something of quality? Instead, the captain Zhalilov concedes a free kick. Just able to push players forward at every opportunity. Laporte can step forward for Nassr. Farnes is on the edge of the area. Just tries to drag it back towards Ronaldo. Needed a very, very hurried clearance to take that away from the danger zone. But no sooner do they clear the danger than it comes right back. See how far forward the centre-back Laporte had got. Ronaldo runs into trouble. Zhalilov tries to stem the flow, and with a free kick. Panchambi there as well, trying to impose themselves in that midfield battle because they're getting overrun, and they're getting overrun in just about every department at the moment. Always the concern whether they could maintain their current playing personnel. Istiklol, not only do they have a quality side to come up against, but they've also got the home support that comes the way of the Riyadh-based club. Well, he struggled to continue, and it looks as if his day is done. Nassr on the back of a recent winning form in the league, which is taking them towards the top of the table. Still a bit of work to do, but after those opening couple of defeats in the league, it's been so much better. Gobanov waits for his opportunity, which has come a little earlier than he would have expected. And an enforced change inside the opening quarter of an hour for Istiklol. The wife in the home goal has had absolutely nothing to do so far. We are almost at the quarter of an hour mark. Continuing to boss these early exchanges. Well, the target was Ronaldo, taken away. And then the first time clearance comes away on that far side. They just need some respite. They need to get something forward. Certainly Zhalilov doing his best to lead by example, but it's a difficult assignment. Well, Well, Castro managing the likes of Botafogo and Shakhtar Donetsk brings a wealth of experience to this job. All the statistics favouring the home side. And their opponents from Tajikistan will be just pleased to have successfully navigated the opening 15 minutes, because there is more pressure. Ronaldo bearing down on goal. Novoselic at the back. Karashen. Tabrez. Defensive work to get through. And there is no let up from the home side as Al Ghanam involved. Fofana, and then Talisca is trying to drift away from his marker. Be a long night for that man, Rustam Yatimov. Well, Al Nassr never won this AFC Champions League. Will 2023 provide a change to that? Topping the group after one victory. Still a long way to go, but the early signs are most definitely encouraging as they are able to play that out again from the back with the obvious targets towards the final third of the pitch. Torres' header, and then Panshambi's ball, and Nassr have it back again. Fofana. Laporte's turn to carry the ball forward. Plenty of options as that is floated in there, and well, he got his head on it to Talisca, but just couldn't provide any necessary direction, could the Brazilian. A varied career he's had. Played in the Chinese league, played in Portugal with Benfica, in Turkey on loan with Besiktas, and scored in their last league encounter, a 2-1 success against Altay. Those of Al Nassr persuasion are enjoying what they've seen in the opening 19.5 minutes. They are in complete control, but they have nothing to show, no end product. In possession again, Fofana. The run from Garib is halted. We'll see how Ronaldo is more than happy to come very deep to pick up possession and then take his position back in and around that 18-yard area as they press again and look to open up the opposition defence with a really well-executed ball and a nice first-time touch. Can Kamalov and Sabay link up? Ricochet. Plenty back in yellow to tidy up defensively. Fofana on his first team return has certainly been an influential performer. Here he is again in the opening 20 minutes in a run of the ball, looking to create opportunities. Continues his run forward. And Garib there on that far side, also providing a threat, trying to link up with Seko Fofana. Well, a player who had a spell at Fulham, Udinese Lens, 2 clubs on his CV, and has that physical presence as well. 6 foot, Seko Fofana. Certainly a welcome return to Al Nassr first team ranks. Just the one thing missing in terms of their first half game plan, and that is a goal. Could that change? Garib tries to cut it back and trips away and behind, appeals for a handball. Well, it's a defence that is coming under increasing pressure. Novoselic, wearing 33, was the player there. And we'll wait for the check. It was Ivan Novoselic who was the player who came across. He was convinced that there was not the slightest ball to hand to ball, and that's the case. It's a corner. Play can continue. More home pressure. Free header again, just off balance. Opportunity gone, but still they'll be able to exert a little bit more pressure on the visitors' goal. Midway point of the first half, and all the statistics favour the Riyadh-based club Al Nassr. With the home support, a familiar territory. Just see nothing in the final third from Istiklol. They have not been able to provide any decent service for their strikers. And a little bit more defensive work to do as Ronaldo's ball is cut out, but the hosts have it back once again with another ball swung in. Well, the pattern was set early on, and it's continued that way. One team dominant is Al Gharam and Fofana link up. Here is again Fofana, knocking the ball to feet and playing with a real confidence. With Talisca forward and Ronaldo forward. Brozovic is there as well. Ronaldo's had a looping over. Chances keep on coming. It was a tough one. One of the best headers in the game, but not able to put that on target. Pushing header, and Gharam can just ease that off an opposition player. Well, the side from Tajikistan, league champions in 2022. 11 times they've won the Tajik Super Cup. But they are finding this tough going. Fofana, first touch, just went away from them. Talisca's ball. Ronaldo trying to get on the end of that. And acknowledges the ball from Talisca in the first place. Just trying to link up effectively. Again on the stretch. And couldn't quite provide the required finish. Plenty of work rate and running from the likes of Sinan Sabai and Kamalov. Absolutely nothing to trouble them up in that home goal. Here come the home side once again. It has been a commanding first half display so far. Can Istiklol tonight find their first goal in this season's competition? At the moment it's all been about their defensive display. Grassam's ball scored in that match day 1 victory. Ronaldo is always hungry to pick up possession and start something for them once again with Fofana. And Garib away on that far side. Al-Ghanam. But I like what he's seen so far, except the fact that as we close in on the half-hour mark, they still find themselves without a goal to their name. Fofana. So much time and so much space on the ball. They can afford for the likes of Sultan Al-Ghanam to push forward on this near side to provide fresh options. Goes for goal! As close as that. Desperately close from a long way out. Crashes against the crossbar and then, well, punched away by Yanamov, who goes down. Just clutching his forehead, didn't think he knew too much about that strike that was from a long way out. Just shifted onto that right foot and was able to unleash an effort. Keeper at full stretch could do absolutely nothing about it. It's as close as they've come, and then able to punch away with the second opportunity. Garib causing problems. And Nassr continue to pile on the pressure. Nothing to show. But it's as close as they have come. It's a big chance. Garib almost edges them in front on the half-hour mark. Nassr 0, Istiklol 0. Somehow the scoreline stays the same. Somehow it's stalemate inside this packed stadium for group stage, AFC Champions League group stage. And Nassr going into this game top of their group. gets back in time. All the way through for Zhalilov, and then under pressure does very well indeed to just ease that away from that danger zone. Istiklal's number 10 and captain has been the player that's tried to get something going, but they have been overwhelmed. Found themselves desperately trying to stay in this contest, which they have done to their credit, but the pressure just keeps on mounting. Garib, Talisca, Ronaldo. It is Ronaldo. Floated out beautifully towards the grateful recipient. Alkaram, disappointing final effort. And a comfortable enough save for Yaramov in the end. Did well to get away from the attentions of Islamov Taprez, but then it's a really routine save for Yaramov. Nicely done defensively. Laporte looked solid when he arrived. He became the most expensive defender to play in Saudi Arabia after his January acquisition. Settled in well, and the hosts are asking all of the questions. Fofana on the receiving end. Here he is. Can he set up something? Looking for a ball whipped in towards Talisca, who turns and the ball just doesn't bounce kindly, and those red shirts will hurry to just get that away and ease and relieve the pressure. Well, they lost a centre-back. They were forced into the change and the introduction of Kurbanov, and at the moment there is just simply no goal threat from the current league champions for Tajikistan. It's been a case of just keeping their opponents out, which they have managed successfully for 33 minutes. That's despite the likes of Garib smashing the ball against that Istiklol post. Ronaldo deep again. Talisca is furthest forward. Mohamed Bassem trying to force something, make something happen. They'll be disappointed if they get to the break and have nothing to show for the first half effort. A side that came into this Champions League group stage match very much as favourites. Just the quality of their squad, plus the fact they're playing at home. And that's the way it's played out so far. Just over 10 minutes of the 45. Zhalilov from 21 involved in that skirmish with Brozovic. Fofana. The pressure was initially relieved by Kurbanov, a bit more to do. Distribution results in a throw in for the home side. They've given possession back. It's a cut back towards Talisca, looks to turn, unselfish set up Ronaldo. Well, those two have linked up really well, and Ronaldo can't provide the finish. Knocking on the door, it's another chance with a throw-in that was given away, and then Fofana with a cutback, Talisca with a turn, and then the setup for, well, Ronaldo couldn't get any pace on it. It's a routine save for Yaramov in the end. Into double figures in the Pro League so far, Cristiano Ronaldo looking to keep that goal count going tonight. They have once again come out in significant numbers in Riyadh to watch their team play. Frustrated Kamalov, decision goes against him, and he'll have to track back along with Selim Sabai back inside their own half with some more defensive work to do. Might be falling towards Brozovic, tries to turn, Talisca's in the middle, Ronaldo's there as well, so is Ganam. Stepping up the pressure. Latter stages of the first half. Two of the obvious targets as that's drilled in towards the near post. Defended at the first time of asking, but once again, it will come back. Those yellow shirts with an opportunity to push forward one more time. Ganam. Jami's ball for Aymeric Laporte, just ushering players forward. Garib, look to threat, look to danger. Another ball fired in, another ball cleared. Well, looks to be enjoying his evening's work, does Ronaldo. No goals so far. But the threat is all too clear, and it is those obvious targets for Nassr, Talisca and Ronaldo, and one more corner to defend as it is floated in. The header is a free one in Laporte, and then almost turned in from midfield. Well, Talisca was there were two there, and this time Yaramov provides an effective last line of defence. Initially, Laporte's header and helped goalwards, and then kept out by Yaramov. Fofana steered forward, gets the return ball, and then heads it well towards Talisca, and then away by Tabrez. Well, the big goal-scoring opportunities have come and gone, and Yaramov somehow with a clean sheet. There's the initial header, Laporte, two there. Ronaldo with the final touch, and Talisca there, and the keeper, well, towards him. Disappointed if he didn't make the save, but from Ronaldo's point of view, that close in would have been expected to have finished that off. As it is, we are into the final 5 of the first half, and it's still Al Nassr 0, Istiklol 0. Al Ghanam. And Kabari's ball just lacked the necessary direction. Roll behind. And at the side from Tajikistan are able to get to half-time. I'm sure they'll be particularly relieved with the sort of first-half pressure they have had to soak up. And this, of course, is an Al Nassr side without the likes of Otavio or Sadio Mane. But there's just been nothing in terms of service for the strike force that have had to just help back in their own territory. Ganamov keeps a clean sheet so far with some important stops, one from, well, close range from Ronaldo. He'd expected to make that one when the ball crashed off the woodwork. He was at full stretch and beaten. Powerful strike it was from Garib. His final moments of the first half, and one side has been completely dominant. Cannot get away there, Talisca from his marker. And then Brozovic gives away the free kick. Second best, Talisca, this could be a chance, poke forwards, and against the run of play. They have found a route to goal. Sanin Sabai with something to celebrate. They have had to soak up all the first half pressure, and suddenly on the counter with a rare foray forward, able to poke it goalwards and beyond Nawaf. What a moment for Sanin Sabai, what a moment for Istiklol against all odds in the closing moments of the first half. Sabai's intervention is the breakthrough moment. Just checked to ensure they were onside. There's the ball, and there's the finish. Keeper will be very disappointed that he didn't deal with that better. Nawaf. Well, it's his first real opportunity, and the keeper will have expected to have done better, but Sabai takes the chance, and we are on course for a surprise first half scoreline. Al Nassr nil, Istiklol 1. Well, the summer recruit, the Ivory Coast striker who started his senior career in Moldova, has come up with the telling moment of the opening half. And those home supporters will just wonder what sort of scoreline that is, because the pressure has been unrelenting. We are into the time added on, plenty of it. We had that first half stoppage, we had the change, and it's 6 minutes of added time, 6 minutes for Al Nassr to try and get back into this AFC Champions League contest. Opens up space, try to drag that back. Ivan Novaslec, the Croatian, is the player down. But it's a defence that has been worked and worked again, holding out against all that pressure, and I'm sure Luis Castro can't quite believe the scoreline. Still a few moments to put matters right. In time added on at the end of the first half. Laporte's forward to steer it to Garib and stay forward. Al-Khaibari and Fofana. Well, they'll reflect on the chances, the big opportunities that came their way, and when Brozovic tries to steer into Ronaldo off to Talisca, doesn't come off, and anywhere will do. Cleared. A player that's had one big opportunity. Garib goes to go again. More saves for Yaramov to make to preserve that slender lead. It's been a busy, eventful evening. One more ball is swung in. Talisca appeals. Handball. Well, they are absolutely insistent. Talisca's initial header, it'll be checked. He carries such a goal threat as that ball knocked into the area. There's the initial header. Defender involved is Arta Kartashian. Late drama. Play continues. Nothing comes of a penalty appeal. One more ball is knocked in and drifts away and out. Laporte's in pain, and just a few signs that things could begin to get out of control. Tension high, particularly among those home players with their chances. Penalty appeal, nothing came of that, and then they concede a goal against the run of play. Totally dominant, but trailing. And another chance comes their way. Well, Laporte was forward, Talisca was forward, Ronaldo was forward. Was there any pushing there? Talisca goes down, in fact two goes down, Laporte goes down as well. Decisions not going the way of the home side. One more corner. Second time of asking maybe for Brozovic to lift it in there. Keeper comes, didn't quite get there. And the attempted volley clearance is not happening. Fofana with a drop off, and then the cross-field ball out of play. One real chance and one goal to Sanin Sabai. Looks very much as if it will be the difference. Certainly based on the evidence, it is a surprise scoreline. Soak up pressure, and then one big chance on the counter-attack, and then helped by a goalkeeper who would have expected to do much better in that situation. Still time maybe. Ronaldo back to Al-Khaibari. Here he is again, Cristiano Ronaldo. Support from Al Ghanam. Here he is. He has got forward so often, trying to create the angle. And delivers that cross. Free header! Talisca's header. Yaramov parries. And Istiklol clear. Again, Al Ghanam swept in. Hooked away. Desperate defending. Al Ghanam's ball. And the goal scorer stays forward. Needed a timely defensive intervention to set them forward. Plenty in support towards Talisca. Anywhere will do. Just hooked away and then volleyed towards halfway. And Laporte can steer it towards Salganan. They have stayed forwards. Brozovic tries to find Ronaldo and then Talisca. Garib on that far side. He has looked dangerous. Tassamed got forward, just trying to slide him in, play him in. Checking the watch. Still replay. Another teasing ball hoisted into the area. Brought clear, but only as far as another yellow shirt, and they are all within Istiklol territory. They have survived the onslaught, and they have a crucial single goal advantage at the break. A goal against the run of play. Senin Sabai was the man who got it. And somehow Al Nassr, with all those first half opportunities, with work to do in the second 45, frustrating evening so far for the Riyadh-based club. It is the side from Tajikistan with a slender advantage half-time. Al Nassr 0, Istiklol 1. A warm welcome back ahead of our second half. Al Nassr find themselves trailing by a 0-0, totally against the run of play and scored by Sanan Sabai late in first half proceedings. So many opportunities for the home side, but it's the Riyadh-based club who have it all to do. They lost in the quarter-final of this competition in 2019. They reached the semis in 2020. They went out in the semis of 2021, beaten 2-1 by the eventual winners Al Hilal. What sort of response can they muster in the second 45? Keeper will be really disappointed that he did not cope better. Cristiano Ronaldo leads Al Nassr out for the second half with all the work to do. Squandered scoring opportunities, hit the post, could not find a breakthrough. Instead, the goal by Sanan Sabai gives the advantage to Istiklol. The team from Tajikistan, Istiklol, start this second half in those red shirts, so goal to the good. Defensively, they were tested time and time again, and somehow they managed to survive. The captain, Janilov. No joy for Kamalov. Forward though by the substitute, Kovalov. Made that enforced change in the first half. Injury changed things around defensively. Can they build on that goal? The confidence that comes with it. They saw very little of the ball in the opposition third. Bit of defending to do for the hosts. Didn't have much of that to do as Fofana turns away from the attempted challenge by Boganovic and now sets the home side forward. Surely drag wide. Well, Gariba hit the post in the first half, should have scored. Beyond Ronaldo. And steers his effort the wrong side of the post. It has been that sort of evening for Al Nassr. Garib presented with a big opportunity, with a ball behind Ronaldo, and then Garib with a real opportunity guides his opportunity the wrong side of the post. Frustrating nights. Istiklol's record in terms of their domestic successes. They've won the Tajik Super Cup 11 times, including last year. They are league champions. They've won that 11 times. There has been so much success, but along with Al Nassr, they're trying to take a step up, a step further than however close both have come, and they have come close in this tournament in previous years. They want to get to a final, they want to compete at the very highest level. The manager on a short-term, one-year deal is Igor Shadovchenko. When they reached the round of 16, and then last season they went out in the group stages. Mubin Egashov was the man involved. Changes in management. And a big scoreline for them at the moment, but they will know there is a lot of pressure for them to have to soak up. This is Laporte for Al Nassr, and then Fofana makes himself available, and Garib. Looks very much as if it's going to be a similar pattern to the second as it was to the first. KSA scored their goal in that opening day Champions League success, and then Brozovic's attempted cross is cut out. Overwhelming corner counts in favour of the home side. Whipped in, looking for that near post connection. Still alive, still a chance. Ronaldo, too much on it in the end as the volley sails over. Well, the coach has seen them dominate from the off. A goalless draw for Istiklol against Al Dahel on match day 1. Bit of space for Mohamed Qassem to step forward, and then Garib to take over and try and make something happen. Brozovic. And again with Brozovic's ball, Talisca lets it run and scooped away. The ball dropping for those yellow shirts once again. Fofana, a willing supply line. Here he is, working at midfield, trying to create some sort of opening. Mohamed Qassem Al-Nakli. Lebanon was the player that was brought on to force change for Istiklol, so it's played short. Brozovic may think about it, onto that left foot. And then back towards Garib. Sent in by that trusted right foot and cleared. Kamalov full of running, but it's his partner up front that's taken the headlines. The big headline maker, Sanin Sabai. Chance that should have been cut out by Nawaf Al-Ajidi in that Al Nassr goal. It's a narrow advantage as the hosts look for a route back early stages of the second half. Qassam, and then Gary picks out Talisca. Qassem's ball saved again. How many opportunities? And Yadamov on the line makes another important stop in Istiklol colours to keep it 1-0. Fofana turns back across goal. Garib, Al-Ganan, yellow shirts crowded into that area, and a stooping header away. Well, they're just lining up in and around that penalty area. Kwasem, lovely ball thrown in beyond Ronaldo. Still alive, back in. Well, it's difficult to look at that scoreline and wonder, with another free header, how they have not managed to register a goal. Frustration for Brozovic and co, and frustration for Nassr. Yanamov is very much the goalkeeper who is holding Nassr at bay. They will believe that on the counter is where their opportunities lie. They'll be reliant on those, because they must know that the majority of the football in terms of attacking football is likely to come from their opponents. No Sadio Mane tonight, no Otavio, but a welcome return for Seko Fofana, and also for the Brazilian Talisca. Brozovic's layoff. Gary skips away from one, delivers the cross, needed a better one. Selic with the defensive header. This is Kwasem and Brozovic. Interfeeds Kwasem. They are lining up for Fofana, Talisca. Those in red back to defend in numbers, and the keeper has come a long way out, and well, scurries back to try and prevent the corner. Not to be. Well, Luis Castro on the sidelines cuts a frustrated figure, and Istiklol will take all the time. Kamanov down, and now back up, and they have a rather rare opportunity and a rare set piece chance. It'll be left for Alisha Jalilov, the captain. Corner count that tells you everything you need to know. Under the cosh, can they make something of one of their very few chances? Goalkeeper who was at fault for the only goal of the game, and that's the way it stays. 11 minutes into the second half, space begins to open up. Talisca forward, Ronaldo forward. Brozovic. Garib tested to keep that in, too much pace on that in the end. And time for a change. The man who scored on match day one, Mohamed Kwasem, is coming off. Kamalov is also coming off. Babetchev will be coming on for Istiklol. And then Ya is the player who gets his second half opportunity. Well, waited the home coach for almost an hour to be played, decides that now is the moment to freshen things up for the opposition coach. The introduction of an international 22 in Shavoni Mabachev gives them another option on those rare attacks, those rare forays forward. It is a familiar pattern, early touch for the substitutes. And then Laporte teasing ball in, far post. Well, Ronaldo's effort, Ronaldo's chance not to be. And a few chances tonight to add to his recent impressive goal-scoring tally so far. It's just not worked out for the man who leads their goal-scoring charts, and well, Luis Castro again on the touchline. Sure can't quite believe what is occurring. They have it all to do, and credit Istiklol for a defensive display, shutting out their opponents, and some good work for their first choice goalkeeper, Rustam Yatimov. Well, it's a familiar target, and again, as Ronaldo makes his presence felt, makes his thoughts known, comes to nothing, straying into an offside position as that ball was knocked forward. They lost their centre-back in the first half. Now they've made the change, Mabachev on, and they lead with that single goal late in the first half. And Nassr 0, Istiklol 1. We are at the hour mark. Fofana strides forward with purpose, and then the layoff to Garib. Nice by Bozovic, gets it back. Can he find a way through? TJK was there and scrambled away and brought it clear by Jalilov. Well, 60 minutes of attacking football from Al Nassr, but nothing in terms of an end product so far. The majority of the game's play has taken place in Istikkol's own half. But they continue to shut out the opposition, to try and close those spaces, to stay solid as a defensive line. More to do here, you suspect. Laporte can just deliver that ball square. Germany returns the compliment, and then Garib. Women's ball, Ronaldo's there. Top of the head for Cristiano Ronaldo, jumps so well. Break on, gets goal sides, and then waits for a bit of support. The skipper is through the middle, waits for red shirts to arrive, including Beganovic. Too much on the final ball through. No Sharavychenko on the bench. It's his assistant on that touchline will be absolutely delighted with what he's witnessing, but Talisca's a problem, and Ronaldo's a threat onto that right foot, comes back out towards Talisca. Same situation. They are able to relieve the pressure for a moment. When will they break? When will they crack Griezmann in towards Brozovic? And then picked up by Al-Karabari. Here he is again. Abdul Al-Karabari. Play continues. He goes to ground. Brozovic is there to break it up and set them forward one more time. Kabari. Ronaldo. Twists and turns, will go for goal. Goal-scoring chances continue to come the way of their home sides. The support is there. Ronaldo tries to urge more from the Al Nassr faithful. The shot count, the corner counts, everything in favour of the side who trails surprisingly with 64 played. Tajikistan's Istiklol could be on course for what many would see as a real surprise. They drew with Al-Dahel on match day one. This was going to be a tough assignment for them. But they still have a long way to go. Here's the man who scored the only goal. Sabai tries to turn away and then knock that out towards this far side, towards his skipper, Janilov. The man is there. Talisca takes his place inside that 18-yard area. It'll come back out. Lemon with the angle to whip it in and volley it away. And Kabari's ball. Now Talisca onto that left foot, drill forward, could bounce anywhere. Takes a ricochet, drops at a defender's feet, and he will hammer that anywhere. No one inside that opposition half. A night of defending, a night of preserving the narrowest of leads, and could that change Ronaldo? Second chance! Cristiano Ronaldo once again makes the difference. They have squandered so many scoring opportunities, but the player brought in to bring success scores one more goal and adds one more to an impressive tally. First chance wasn't to be, and then clipped beyond the keeper and into an unguarded net, and Ronaldo has his reward and levels it up at 1-1. Checking to ensure there was no possible offsides as VAR comes in again just to make absolutely certain. Our match referee from the Korea Republic waits. Ronaldo waits for confirmation that his goal will stand. Had a couple of talking points. Well, you can see the raised arms of Fofana and of Ronaldo, just what that means. It changes absolutely everything, and suddenly back level. A big crowd behind them. And it could be a long, long night for Istiklol, who defended for such a long period of time, but could not shut out Ronaldo. Fofana. And again, on his first team return, Seko Fofana. Well, it's always been a tremendous atmosphere within this stadium, but the noise is even greater as they go in search of a second. Karim could be in on the angle. Well, he's had a couple of chances. A couple of big chances. That's the latest. Drags it wide. Another change. Surbanov waiting. Beganovic is the player who's about to be withdrawn. Denis Beganovic. Sarajevo born and a summer recruit for Istiklol, has played his final part. Well, they brought on Abatshuev. Now it's another change. Suleimanov. Brozovic can carry it forward. Ronaldo's layoff, Talisca forward, and then Fofana. Well, they've got 20 minutes plus any added on to find another victory to add to their success on match day one. They went into this fixture topping the group. Can they maintain their 100% record? Early days with a chance that is fisted away, got his body behind it. It was hit with real power by Al-Kebari. Some decent stops tonight from Rustam Yatimov. That's the latest. Came at him quickly, straight at him, but he still had to react and get it away. Ronaldo, improvised finish, near post, not to be. Well, Sirlov is still waiting for his opportunity, and finally that change can be made. And has confirmed Beganovic, the player to make way. Kamratazul Zora is the other coming on. Double change, they need to find something. Fresh faces, fresh playing personnel. Would it be a case of trying to survive and taking a point, or will they look for more? Sebai's goal cancelled out by Ronaldo, and that is where we are. Neat footwork. And then Brozovic takes over. Al-Ghannam on that far side, Eamon's volley, and then Talisca! Well, he scored in the league game last time out. It's 2-2, and the Brazilian talent, who did not play on match day one, shows exactly what he brings. It's their second of the night, and for the first time tonight, they lead. Al-Nassr 2, Istiklol 1, Talisca's telling contribution. Set up nicely. And the Brazilian puts the header away beyond the despairing dive of Yatimov. Well, for long periods of this contest, the home side trailed, but courtesy of Ronaldo and then Talisca, a different look on this game. Their possession and dominance turned into 2 quick-fire goals. Can the opposition carve out something? Well, the keeper has looked just a little shaky. Panshambi gets the shot away. Now I've just did enough. It's pushed away and behind. Panshambi with the opportunity, and they have been few and far between for Istiklol. Corner. Could they yet bring it back to 2-2? Jalanov, left foot to swing it in. Back post, couldn't get the touch on it, Novoselic. Well, approaching the final 15 minutes, and it has been a highly eventful second half. Eman with a bit of space in which to operate and supporting players, including Garib. Al-Kibari for Fana. Emmerich Laporte. Comfortable in possession as they have been all evening, trying to carve out an opportunity for Fano. Neat ball, Garib, back post, Ronaldo. Well, Ronaldo applauds the set-up play, the build-up play. Into the final quarter of an hour then. One side with a goalless draw on match day 1. The hosts with a 2-0 success, which they are attempting to build on, and they're in a very decent position. Looking for a third. Garib's done very well indeed, and then lays it off. It's another goal for the Brazilian Talisca. It's his second, it's Al-Nassr's third as he comes up with the required finish, and that could be their third of the night, and they look to be really enjoying their football. Another goal for Talisca, and there is clear daylight. It's Al-Nassr 3, Istiklol 1. Finds the bottom corner with a really well-judged finish. Lovely back heel by Garib to set up the chance. Took it really well. It is a long way back for Istiklol now. 25 shots for the home side, 11 of those on target, only 2 for their opposition. Held out for a long time. Ronaldo levels Talisca 2-1, Talisca 3-1. The keeper has looked less than convincing, but they've not really been a test or threatened his goal too often. Brozovic down. The lead continues. Saw that chance for Panchembi. 80-20 the possession statistic. Shalalov the captain. Goal scorer, Sabai. Sees the keeper off his line and goes for what would have been an audacious finish from Alisha Shalalov. Well, Nassr had come off his goal line. Certainly worth a consideration, worth a go at this late stage of this AFC Champions League encounter. Hassan was the player getting readied on that home bench. Crowd have enjoyed it. Just seemed a question of time when they would be able to actually get back into the encounter in terms of goals. Fofana got through a lot of work on his first team return in that midfield role. Talisca on a double, looking for a hat-trick. Full of running. Can't find the pass for Ronaldo. Put away by Tabrez. And then Sabai. Holding on to possession has been the problem for Istiklol this evening. That's overhits, always asking an awful amount. Well, they've made the changes. Have the visitors from Tajikistan. They've looked for a route back. The one highlight being provided, led in that first half by Selim Sabai's goal, but Al Nassr have come back with 3 of their own. Past the 81-minute mark we go then. An eventful second half. Al Nassr waiting to make their latest substitution, and the introduction of Al Hassan. They'll have to wait a moment. One more attack. Ronaldo waits in the middle. Corner conceded. Heading towards a second Champions League win in a row. Brozovic is the player coming off. And Al Hassan will have a brief run out on home territory as they look to add to a rather healthy advantage. A bit more defensive work to do in a one-sided corner count. Misses absolutely everyone. Clearance does not come off. Fofana takes over. Here he is again. Well, a game in which one of these sides has dominated from the off, but it's just taken a bit of time to find the goals and keep up a really impressive run in League and Cup. Sabai's yellow card is confirmed. They lost their opening 2 in the Pro League, but since then they've looked really good. A season that offers them domestic opportunities and AFC Champions League opportunities. Good save, better from the keeper at fault for the opener, but keeps the scoreline at 3-1. Just a little late from their goal scorer with the challenge. And at the other end, outstretched to defy Suleimanov. Another chance maybe for the man on a hat-trick. Talisca turns, trying to set up Ronaldo. Dude already gone. And again, among those to make way, Nawaf wearing 12, waiting for his chance. Well, Talisca is taken out of the fray, and handshake from Luis Castro. His job done. Fofana has to work very hard indeed to hold on to possession. Still in a bit of trouble, closed down, but just able to get it back to his goalkeeper. This time a better ball out of defence to set them forward one more time. It's been high scoring, it's been entertaining, and Al Nassr are closing in on a second AFC Champions League triumph of 2023 in the group stage, that is. Al Hassan moves it on to Ronaldo. Ayman gets away from his marker. Just a little bit too much on that. Al Hassan couldn't bring it under control, and then rather speculative from distance and a long way wide of the mark. Final few minutes then. A smile from Fofana on his first team return. He's worked very hard, and those supporters have witnessed another winning performance. And he had a fourth very late on. It's a chance for their substitutes, Al Hassan, and then Gary looking for options, just a little too short in the end with the final attempted pass, and it's an opportunity for Jalal, the captain, to get back and make a tackle, trying to just stem the flow Here they come again. Finishing very much where they started. In control of a tie, which has delivered 3 goals for them. All have come in the second half. Time for Laporte to guide it forward and Fofana to pick up pace, and Oman trying to provide the cross, and then another chance. The result has been decided for a long time. It's all a case of whether they can add a fourth, which they may well do. Denied. Ronaldo deflects up and over, but clearly enjoying his football. Player in the way was Novoselic to take that over his own crossbar. Into the final minute of 90. A little bit too much height on that final header. But it is a mission accomplished. Had to work for the goals, but the second half has proved a highly fruitful one. 8 minutes of time added on. Rather hopeful, collected by Nawaf, and then helped on by Laporte. Khalid Al-Ghanam is the player that has been brought on this near side. Sultan Al-Ghanam, one of those to make way here as the substitute. Just going against Khalid Al-Ghanam. Garib has certainly put himself about. Impressive performance from him and many of his teammates. Was always going to be a difficult test for Istiklol, and then having taken that surprise lead late in the first half, they must have sensed that the second half was going to be more of the same, an onslaught, and so it proved. And Ronaldo got them back in it, and Talisca struck twice. It's a 3-1 scoreline that they celebrate then. Top of the group. More difficult challenges will await, but they have done what is required. Nicely by Garib. And Kabari. Here's Ronaldo. Again, deep to pick up possession. Who struck a post in the first half. So much goes through that man for Fana. Laporte joins this latest attack. Here he is again. Plenty in yellow, positioned in attacking roles, in forward positions in the final third, waiting. Alisson. Certainly controlled the tempo of this game. Really troubled. It was just a case of when they could find that breakthrough moment, which their striker and talismanic figure Ronaldo did. They may have just one more offering. Khalid Al-Ghanan, the threat. Selic having words with his fellow defenders. That red wall of defenders, troubled, and now able to bring it clear. But no sooner do they win possession than they lose it. Certainly Panshambi thought that was worthy of a free kick. It doesn't come, and Ronaldo tries to turn on the tricks, and Fofana takes over. The fancy footwork of Cristiano Ronaldo, just rounding off what has been a really satisfactory evening from a personal point of view, from a club point of view. Well, it's an evening when Istiklol has spent most of the time well inside their own half, trying to repel attacks from Al-Nassr have come on a regular basis. Their defence has been breached on 3 occasions, and we are into the final minute of 8 of time added on. On the brink then of another success. Still looking for a fourth. Lovely little give and go. Bounce was unkind, and then steered away and up towards Sabay. Seems a long time ago since Salim Sabay gave Istiklol a surprise scoreline and a surprise half-time lead. It is job done for the Riyadh club, who were forced to come from behind thanks to the highly influential Cristiano Ronaldo. They trailed at half-time, Sanusi by with a goal against the run of play. Ronaldo getting among the goals to continue a hugely impressive recent goals tally, levelled it up at 1-1. And then their Brazilian talent, Talisca, edged them in front for the first time in the match. Talisca it was who scored his second and Al Nassr's third to round off a evening that those fans will have enjoyed. It is a winning display and it is their second victory in the group stage of the AFC Champions League. For Istiklol, it proves a task beyond them. It was always going to be a difficult evening, and the home side who went into this contest as favourites have got the result that they expected and their supporters expected, and two of their big names among the goals in Talisca and Cristiano Ronaldo able to spark celebrations within this stadium. Full-time, Al Nassr 3, Istiklol 1.